Student writer has accused another man of being a paedophile and has threatened the other man with violence and bodily harm.
He's accused a guy named Isel Mazard of pedophilia, possibly rape, and he's actually gone a step further and threatened him with physical violence, saying that he's going to hunt him down, beat him up, kidnap him, get some of his followers to help.
Basically, Harley said some terrible things, and with no evidence whatsoever, and then encouraged his followers to do illegal things.
So Isel Mazard is another YouTuber who has been targeted by Harley. And the reason I want to go through this situation is because it clearly illustrates how Harley projects his own behavior and actions onto others. It's called psychological projection. And Don Bauer, who you saw in part 1 and you'll see more of in this part, happens to have a background in psychology, so I'll let him explain what psychological projection is.
There's a great thing called projection. Because I come from a psychological background. I'm a fully qualified clinical psychologist. Psychological projection is a theory in psychology, and again, we're talking about theory, not like, oh, I think it's an idea. It's like, no, it's actually something that's been studied. It's a theory in psychology in which humans defend themselves against their own unpleasant impulses by denying their existence. Well, here's the big one, attributing them to others. For example, a person who is habitually rude may constantly accuse other people of being rude. So that's psychological projection. It is a psychological defense mechanism where we either have guilt or we are shameful of our own impulses, our own desires, therefore we project them against other people, and we can shame our impulses by imagining them on other people and project your external disgust on your internal desires on an external person.
So that's psychological projection, and I want you to keep that in the back of your head throughout this whole video, because if you want to know what Harley is guilty of, you can just look at what he accuses others of, and it's pretty disturbing how accurate it is.
But Dream Rider made a post in his group saying that this dude named Isel Mazard is again a sexual predator. Yet again, projection much? Supposedly he has been asking for money from teenage girls in the vegan community and sex. If you see him in town or know what hotel or apartment number he is staying in, then please tell me. Until we can confirm anything, let's keep it relatively non-violent. Relatively.
Let's keep it relatively non-violent. What the hell does that mean, Harley? What the hell is going on? Let's keep it relatively non-violent, so if somebody punches him out, it's okay?
We will citizen arrest him and hand him over to the Thai police. If they don't do anything, then yes, we can serve justice to the amount we feel is fair.
We feel is fair? Who the hell made you judge and jury?
We have a large number of very trusting young women in our community, and we want to set a loud example that predators would be better off avoiding our groups at all times, and if they want to prey, then we will prey on them harder and faster.
Claiming that I'm a pedophile, that I'm a sexual predator, that I should go to jail.
Do I think he's a sexual predator? Yes.
Absolutely no basis. And even in terms of the timing, you know, not only was there no possible victim, I hadn't even met anyone talking about. I'd been in Chiang Mai for maybe 2 days when these allegations were made, and it's like allegedly I, you know, approached multiple teenage girls or something. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
This cunt looks suspicious. He looks fucking dodgy.
He messaged a lot of young girls, a lot of girls in my community that I've created here in Chiang Mai, in Australia, international, the Royal 4 community, hundreds of them.
Please explain why you've contacted hundreds, literally hundreds of girls in my community, just talking all sorts of shit to them. Creepy shit. So this girl has been cyberbullied by this Isel, and he was kicked out allegedly by his estranged wife because she felt unsafe in the marriage, allegedly, from what I hear on the media, etc. So this is a guy who's creeping around with teenage girls, and I was definitely justified in calling him a sexual predator, feeling that because he was harassing these girls. And he just harasses them again and again and again. And stalking them again and again and again, video after video after video, and going after it again and again and again and again. That's harassment. That's cyberbullying. And there's only one thing that a 38-year-old guy is doing when they're contacting 16-year-old girls on the internet. Then that's really, really, really disgusting and disappointing that you'd support someone like this who has no positive intention to vegan community other than harass and cyberbully women, young women. What do you think of a 38-year-old creep who's ditched his single mother of his child, who claims to be a loving father, and he's spending time on the internet trolling teenage women and harassing them? But his wife allegedly had to ditch him because of fear, domestic violence or whatever. He looks creepy, doesn't he? And I was right. I was fucking right, and I knew it.
They accuse you of doing things that you're not doing. So this is also called projection. And projection is in this type of dynamic where one person is taking their thoughts and feelings and actions and then projecting them onto another person. And it tends to be very specific. So the narcissist might be accusing their victim of some form of lying, cheating, stealing, or manipulating, some sort of destruction in their life.
I honestly can't believe I'm having to say this, but no. Aizal Mazard Abalasiel is not in Thailand, Chiang Mai, seeking money or sex from young girls who are part of the Roto for Thai Festival or anyone at all whatsoever. I can't believe I'm actually having to sit here making a video to vouch for this guy against Dream Rider.
And the thing is, they tend to be very worked up about it. I mean, really, really agitated. But what's really going on is the narcissist is accusing the victim of everything that they're either thinking about doing or that they're actively doing.
When you want to say, oh, these people aren't too bad, they did nothing to me, but then you deny what they've done to other people recently. We're talking current fucking events where no justice has yet been served. Justice needs to be served in those situations.
Where's your proof, Durian Rider? Where the hell is the proof? This man, Abalasiel, there's not a single victim coming forward. There's not a single woman making any allegations. Basically, Durian Rider just made the whole shit up.
It's mind-blowing.